All right, yeah, it was back on to the food bank this month, yeah, May, because we had the virus, COVID-19. Everybody know that name now, COVID-19. So I had two events on Wednesday the same day. I used to run them together, but they was taking appointments at the earlier one and the later one at the park side. They was doing a drive-through, so they had the event outside instead of inside. So the first one you had to call and make an appointment to be there at a precise time. Where the other one that you just drive through, you had about an hour and a half to get that done. So I was able to put both of them together, and I rode my bike to both of them. And you had to charge the battery up in between time, between one and the other one, because normally I run between 11 and 12:30 when we were before the virus. But this time I was around about 2:30, and about 3 o'clock I was back. And their event started at 3 and ended up at 4:30. So I'm having to take about an hour to charge my battery back up. And I got up there about 4, which was cool, because everybody had already had left, so there was nobody in line. So I had to worry about making too much contact. But the first one, when you called in, they had a table out there with your stuff on it. They'll put their stuff on it. They'll put your stuff on it, and you would come and get it, and it would work behind closed doors. So you had no contact with the volunteers at the church. With this one, you was outside, you did have some contact, but you was very limited. It was different because normally would it be inside where you have a lot of contact. And you have to make your rounds to the table, but this time everything was pre-packed. So there was no choosing between what you want, you get what you get. It was already pre-packed. So that was good to have that outing, go out and about and check things out, and the food bank is back on. And things got coming around with the virus. People getting used to it. They ain't gonna kill everybody all at once. But it is still an active virus. Here we are in June, and it's still out there. People are starting to let their guards down, because they figure it ain't gonna happen to them the first time around. Because they're not carrying it a second time around, and that seems to be the key. They worry about people catching it a second time around and being infected and not knowing about it. So we got that done. We got most of the bikes done. Still ain't got that 10-speed going. I don't know, that's just pathetic. But tomorrow is the day, and this week is for sure. I'm going to get everything done. Hopefully be by Father's Day this month. We are in June, so you know I've been pathetic when it comes to getting these bicycles. It's not a high priority. Like the garden got in front of it because I was taking care of business with my garden and yard work. So I got excuses, but ain't no more excuses. We're riding that 10-speed before my Father's Day, as well as my electric rear-wheel drive bicycle. I'm going to charge the batteries up and take that out and about, at least to the park in the neighborhood. So I ain't got no excuses. But the bicycle club that I have online is coming around. And I was kind of surprised. I didn't think I was going to get no more than about 20 or 30, but I'm past 45 now. So I might get up to 50 or 60 before the year's out. Because people are starting to put the word out. Some people did leave, and I don't keep a whole lot of activity on it, but it'll be good for the tour. The bicycle tour is on hold, but I'm going to still finish that paperwork up this month. I'm going to post it up online with the Facebook page they have. I still don't have my money, but when the money do come through, because it's coming, I'm going to use that probably after the virus let us to give at least 1 or 2 tours towards the end of the summer, probably in August. So there'll be a weekend thing, and it'll be 2 locations I'm working on. One is the neighborhood I grew up in. The other one's down there where I used to work at the DMC. So It's kind of interesting because I'm familiar with both of them areas, so that's why I chose them two areas. And like I said, I got the bicycle group on this one website, and hopefully I can find somebody. I put it out there. I was looking to see if anybody had any work experience with tours, but I ain't catch up with nobody so far. But it can change in a minute. All I got to do is say I'm willing to pay somebody to do it, be a tour guide, and that'll change things. Well, at least I got somebody to ask now, a group that I can ask, and that was the second purpose with doing that. Also, to, get with somebody that got e-bikes, electric bicycle, see what they know new, and my next thing with them is to try to put a electric battery together, a lithium battery together, so of buy the kit for it and then make it myself. So that's the next adventure I want to have with that this year. That's part of my unfinished business with electric bikes. So I got a lot of unfinished business with the bicycle, so I'm gonna get all the tour together as far as the preview, so that I can have that ready when I get the money, and I'll be ready to ask somebody to help me out with it. I have all my ducks in order and all my paperwork behind me and not in front of me, and all I can do is enhance it as we go from there. So anyway, that's what's been happening. So we had a good week last week with the food bank. We got a nice little hookup at the one at the park side, not too far from me. I missed out on the other one with the big cleaners truck, but that was not advertised well, so I didn't know nothing about it. So anyway, that's what the 411 is. I'm gonna keep up with what's going on because I got the bike group. I also got the tour, and I also ride around and hitting the food banks again. So I'm out and about on my bike. So that's what the 411 is for this week or last month. So as I always like to say, it is time to G-O. So adios, amigos.